Imagine a beautiful day amidst the chaotic seas of the Grand Line, when a sudden space-time portal opens, whisking Tanjiro Kamado, the demon-slaying swordsman from the world of Demon Slayer, onto the deck of the Thousand Sunny. In a universe where fire and water are not just elements but combat techniques, what would happen if Tanjiro no longer fought demons but instead joined Luffy to hunt for the legendary One Piece treasure? Could a boy with such kindness and a strong sense of justice like Tanjiro truly blend into this slightly unhinged pirate crew? And if so, what role would he play? Let's dive deep into this fascinating hypothetical. Tanjiro, a samurai spirit lost among free souls. Tanjiro was trained to strictly follow the Demon Slayer core code, prioritizing compassion, never harming humans, and always seeking to save the souls of demons before sending them to the afterlife. Meanwhile, the Straw Hat crew, though not evil pirates, lives by the philosophy of absolute freedom. They might break laws, cause chaos, and declare war on the world government. This contrast would initially shock Tanjiro, especially seeing Zoro dispatch foes without mercy, or Nami boldly collecting protection fees, even from crewmates. However, with Tanjiro's physical strength and unwavering spirit, he'd soon realize that despite the Straw Hats' wild nature, they fight for justice in their own way. And that's enough for him to see them as a family worth joining. Breathing techniques meet Heiki. Tanjiro wields water breathing, later evolving to Hinokami Kagura, ancient techniques that enhance physical prowess and mental focus, allowing him to surpass ordinary human strength. In the One Piece world with Haki, Rokushiki, and Devil Fruits, would Tanjiro's skills still hold up? The answer is yes, and they could even create a brand new fighting style. Imagine Tanjiro mastering Kenbunshoku Haki to sense danger, paired with his ability to track scents. His enemy detection would border on clairvoyance. Plus, with fewer obstacles at sea, Tanjiro's keen nose would pick up every movement. Next is Busoshoku Haki. Having trained to enhance his physique through breathing, Tanjiro would grasp Haki faster than most. Now, picture this. A Hinokami Kagura infused with armament Haki, igniting the air around him and shattering steel-like defenses. Tanjiro's role in the Straw Hat crew. A big question arises. If Tanjiro truly joined the Straw Hats, what role would he fill? The crew already has Chef Sanji, Dr. Chopper, Swordsman Zoro, Captain Luffy, Navigator Nami, Shipwright Frankie, Sniper Usopp, Archaeologist Robin, Musician Brook, and Helmsman Jinbe. So, what could Tanjiro contribute? The most fitting answer is, Tanjiro's role isn't technical, but as a spiritual warrior. He'd be like an older brother bringing emotional balance to the crew. He could uphold the group's morals, keeping them grounded in the toughest moments. Like how Jinbe helped Luffy through Ace's loss, Tanjiro could be a healing force for the crew. With his long-range scent detection, he could aid Nami in navigation. Tanjiro in iconic One Piece battles. Tanjiro versus Doflamingo, a blade that sees through souls. Suppose Tanjiro were in the Dressrosa arc, where Doflamingo enslaves thousands into puppets and toys. Tanjiro's compassion would blaze, refusing to stand idle. A battle between the soul manipulator and the soul healer would be a philosophical pinnacle. With his scent-based emotion detection, Tanjiro would see Doflamingo's psychological scars, betrayal by the world government, and family hatred. This fight wouldn't just be about strength, but a clash of opposing ideals. Tanjiro at Marineford, a mission beyond fighting to save lives. At the Marineford War, Tanjiro wouldn't stay on the sidelines. Unlike those diving into battle, he'd fight to protect innocent lives. His agile dodging, danger sensing, and close combat skills would let him navigate the brutal battlefield to rescue the wounded. A warrior yet a savior, Tanjiro would be a perfect contrast to the chaotic destruction around him. With his fierce techniques from a demon-filled world, Ace could have been protected and saved faster. Tanjiro's relationships with the Straw Hat crew, Tanjiro and Luffy, these two radiate positivity. Together, they're a burst of bright, joyful energy. Both Luffy and Tanjiro share a core trait: living for others, willing to sacrifice themselves for their crew. Tanjiro's integrity would instantly win Luffy's affection, while Tanjiro would feel safe being himself in Luffy's free-spirited environment. Though their fighting styles differ, their never-give-up spirit would bond them like brothers with shared ideals. Tanjiro and Zoro. Zoro wouldn't say much, but would deeply respect Tanjiro's strength and iron will. Both are swordsmen chasing perfection in combat, so they'd train relentlessly together. Tanjiro admires Zoro's calm focus, while Zoro might be surprised by Tanjiro's scent-based finesse and swordsmanship. Zoro would be shocked by Tanjiro's robust physique at just 16, spurring him to train 3 or 4 times harder. Tanjiro would cheerily call out, "Zoro-san, wanna spar with me?" Tanjiro and Nami. Tanjiro is someone Nami would trust from the start. His kindness and empathy would help heal Nami's past wounds. In return, Nami could guide Tanjiro through this new world, especially in earning money and surviving everyday chaos. In the One Piece world, money matters, so Nami always reminds Tanjiro not to lend his allowance to Luffy when asked. Tanjiro and Usopp. Tanjiro wouldn't mock Usopp's exaggerated tales, but would listen earnestly, respecting the courage behind his fears. Usopp might spin a yarn about God Usopp defeating demons in Gosa Village, and Tanjiro would nod sincerely. After hearing Tanjiro's demon-slaying stories, Usopp would shrink back, pitying his Kamado brother. They'd be the ship's most innocent, adorable duo. Usopp, Luffy, and Tanjiro would be a lively trio, fishing, playing, and laughing all day. Tanjiro and Sanji. Tanjiro loves his sister dearly, and Sanji lives for women. Both share a passion for caring for others. They could form the ship's ultimate homemaker team. Sanji teaches Tanjiro seafood dishes, while Tanjiro shares Japanese medicinal herbs. A warm brotherhood bonded by kindness and duty. Tanjiro would recount tales of brave demon slayer women with admiration, while Sanji gushes about Nami and Robin, helping Tanjiro adjust to the crew's only women, with a bit of nose-bleeding flair. Tanjiro and Chopper. This would be my favorite duo, as their interactions would be heart-meltingly cute. Tanjiro would be gentle and caring with Chopper, not just for his doctor role, but for his innocence. They'd share adorable moments, Tanjiro telling demon stories, Chopper listening with fear and fascination. When Chopper sees Tanjiro injured post-battle, he'd do everything to heal his kind friend. Sometimes Tanjiro would carry Chopper on his shoulders, running around the deck, fishing with Usopp and Luffy. Tanjiro finds Chopper's little hoof sounds the cutest thing he's ever heard. Tanjiro and Robin. Robin would be the only one to see the loneliness and loss in Tanjiro's eyes. They could sit silently, understanding each other without words. Tanjiro wouldn't cry, and Robin wouldn't need to hide her emotions. Their quiet bond is rare on this energetic ship, a deep, respectful connection. Tanjiro would ask about Robin's readings, listening with Chopper to her stories on the deck in the afternoon. A profound, serene link between them. Tanjiro and Franky. At first, Tanjiro would be overwhelmed by Franky's over-the-top nature. But gradually, he'd sense the cyborg's genuine heart and talent. Tanjiro would ask Franky to sharpen his sword with no Haganazuka around. Franky would admire Tanjiro's Nichiren blade and try upgrading it to a cola-powered Nichiren blade. Tanjiro finds Franky's humor and odd speech refreshing, a new breeze with machines unseen in the Edo era. Tanjiro and Brook. Initially, Tanjiro wouldn't grasp how Brook functions as a skeleton, observing him closely out of curiosity. This makes Brook shy, leading to a humorous exchange. Brook, who died and returned, and Tanjiro, who faces life and death boundaries fighting demons, would share mystical tales of souls, memories, and sacrifice. Brook would compose a song about the boy with the scent of water and flowers, while Tanjiro listens quietly, smiling. Tanjiro and Jinbei. Jinbei values honor and loyalty, as does Tanjiro. They'd quickly trust each other. In major battles, Jinbei could team up with Tanjiro, combining underwater tactics with Tanjiro's water breathing, a formidable combo. Jinbei might teach Tanjiro about politics and the chaotic world pirates face. To Tanjiro, Jinbei is like a father, reminiscent of training with Urokodaki, consequences of bringing Tanjiro into the One Piece world. In a world where people turn into dragons or split islands with a handwave, Tanjiro, though strong, lacks the extraordinary power of devil fruits or advanced haki. Yet his humility and learning ability would ensure his survival. Like Brook or Jinbei, who thrive without devil fruits, Tanjiro would carve his own path. He might fit with Shank's crew, none of whom have devil fruits, but he gels so well with the Straw Hat's diverse personalities, brightening his somber life. Above all, the Straw Hats would help him with his most vital mission. And the most important thing, would he find Nezuko? Tanjiro's mission remains to heal Nezuko. In the One Piece world, she may no longer be a demon, but a girl lost in a strange world. The question is, can Tanjiro find his sister amidst the vast ocean where all traces are swept away by the waves?
Tanjiro wasn't born to be a pirate, but if fate placed him on the Thousand Sunny, he'd become a righteous warrior, an indispensable part of the Straw Hat crew. Not for his strength, but for his heart. He's proof that amidst a treacherous sea, there are still those who fight not to take, but to protect. What do you think if Tanjiro faced Kaido? Or if Nezuko ate a Zoan-type devil fruit? Who do you want to see cross into the One Piece world next? Leave a comment and get ready for the next theory. What if Zenitsu and Usopp swapped worlds?